Indian Passport Processing in the USA 2025 Detailed Guide. Indian citizens living in the United States can apply for passport renewal or reissue through VFS Global and their respective Indian consulate. In 2025, the process has become more standardized, but actual processing times vary depending on location and individual case factors like police verification. This is a complete breakdown of how long the process takes at VFS and at each consulate. VFS Global Handling Time. Once your completed passport application is submitted via mail or dropped off, VFS Global takes approximately 2 to 3 business days to verify your documents and forward the application to the appropriate Indian consulate. If anything is missing or incorrect, VFS will usually notify you within 48 to 72 hours. After you send the corrections, processing resumes promptly. Overall, expect your application to spend 3 to 5 business days with VFS before it reaches the consulate. This timeline is the same for both normal and Tatkaal urgent services. Indian Consulate Specific Processing Time. San Francisco Consulate. At the San Francisco Consulate, normal passport applications typically take about 2 to 3 weeks to process once they arrive from VFS. If there is a police verification request or any issue with the documents, the timeline may extend up to 6 to 7 weeks. For Tatkaal applications, the processing is much faster. Provided all documents are in order and police verification is either already on file or waived, applicants have reported receiving their new passport in as little as 5 working days. New York Consulate. The New York Consulate usually processes normal applications in about 10 business days once received, although some applicants report the full cycle, including VFS and courier time, takes around 3 to 5 weeks. Tatkaal processing is relatively quick at this consulate, with most urgent passports being delivered within 2 weeks from the time of application submission. Delays are rare unless police verification or documentation issues arise. Chicago Consulate. For applications processed through the Chicago Consulate, the average timeline for normal processing is around 4 weeks. If a referral or police verification is triggered, this can extend the timeline to 6 weeks or more. On the other hand, Tatkaal services here are highly efficient. Many applicants have successfully received their passports in just 5 business days, assuming there are no red flags in the submission. Houston Consulate. The Houston Consulate usually completes normal passport processing in about 1 to 3 weeks under routine conditions. If verification or clarifications are required, the duration can stretch up to 6 weeks or more. Tatkaal processing tends to follow the standard timeline seen at other consulates. Most urgent passports are issued within 5 to 10 business days, especially if no police verification is needed. All documentation is clear. One of the most common causes of delay is police verification. This typically happens when there's a change in your Indian address, or when prior passports didn't undergo full verification. Other frequent issues include low-quality photos, incomplete documents, or failure to notarize required pages. It's also critical to ensure your application matches your previous passport details, especially regarding your Indian address and personal history. To minimize delays, always use high-quality passport photos that meet Indian specifications, ideally taken at a professional studio or using trusted services. Prepare notarized documents if required, and double-check every field in the application form. Always use the correct return courier label, FedEx or UPS as instructed, And ensure your contact details, email and phone, are up to date so you receive tracking and approval updates from VFS and the Consulate. For Tatkaal service, ensure that all eligibility criteria are met before applying to avoid rejection or rerouting to normal processing. Final thoughts. While VFS Global and the Indian consulates in the United States have streamlined passport services in 2025, actual processing times still depend on jurisdiction, documentation accuracy, and verification needs. On average, expect normal applications to take 3 to 6 weeks in total, including courier time. Tatkaal applicants with complete paperwork and a clean record can typically receive their passport within 5 to 10 business days. Being well prepared, accurate, and prompt with your application is the best way to ensure a hassle-free experience. Thanks for watching TechLips. For more details on passport application and VFS inquiries, please find out the detailed videos in our channel. Cheers.